Hi, it's Gila Nehemia, sacred erotic self-love poet, mentor, and mystic. Happy Merry Christmas to everyone. Those of you who are observing Christmas, I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. I know some of you have told me that it's challenging to see your family, so I totally understand. And if you're tuning in today, thank you for tuning in. It's a happy jolly season, right? I was listening to some Christmas carols. I thought we could sing a few, whoever's here or on the replay. Some of my favorite was, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Jingle Bells. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Gila Nehemia. I am actually originally from New York, the snowy New York City and upstate New York, which is quite snowy during this season for about 6 months. It's very cold, and it only kind of warms up in April or May. So I know how it feels. And if you're in that space, enjoy the wintry Christmas. I always associate Christmas with winter and snow, because that's the time of the in the Northern Hemisphere. And I am a sacred erotic self-love coach. And I really help women and some men, but primarily women, to let go of chronic trauma and to totally open up their heart space. This might be a challenging time for many of you who might be seeing their families, and some stuff are triggering. Usually this time of the year is a triggering time because we see our families, and sometimes it is challenging because some things come up, that we haven't yet dealt with, and I completely understand that. And the more that we do that inner healing, the better it is for us. So what I normally do during this time, in the usual days, is I do a prayer. This is a 21-day intimate self-love affirmation challenge, and we are on day 15, which is we're going to do the thighs. So those of you who are watching or on the replay, thank you for being here. And we do a prayer. We do some movement, then we do some breathing, affirmations, and meditation and reflection. So without further ado, we'll do some singing today. After the breathing, we'll do some singing for some Christmas carols. So those of you who are here or on the replay, you could sing with us. And I'm going to just pray on my crystals, that whoever's watching today, or whoever wants to be here in their heart space, we are connecting with our heart space on this beautiful, beautiful Christmas day, from the center of our heart, our radiant heart light, connect to each and every one of us, and connect to the Godhead within. Allow divine light to bathe you. And allow our angels, calling in our light teams, our angels, our guides, God, Source, Universe, assist us as we go forward and open up our hearts. Help us to expand our hearts to encompass all that we are and all that we are becoming. Thank you. Aho, and so it is. Thank you for joining. Those of you who are joined or on the replay, thank you. We're going to do some movement. I'm not playing any music today. So we're going to just do some stretching right in our thighs areas. Today is the 15th day for the thighs. And I don't know about you, and I don't know if you read my post, but I love to run. My parents, we used to move around a lot, and it was really good exercise for me because I learned how to move energy quite easily. I too have moved in different jobs, moved in different houses, and it's very easy for me, very adaptable, and probably rooting myself is now my challenge, being rooted, being grounded. Using my throat chakra, my root chakra, and I was thinking about it today. It's like it's very closely connected. The tailbone, the butt, the thighs are all closely connected, and the more that we use, and the femur bone. It's those of you who know anything about anatomy. I used to be in a science high school, so I have this this little interest for science, as you might have noticed in some of my posts. So I used to be quite an academic student for a while. But in any case, so the femur bone is in the thigh, and it's one of the largest bones in the body. And that's where we have a lot of muscle. It keeps us upright. So we're going to do some movement right now, and we are going to, to really exercise the thighs. I was actually thinking of even doing a little bit of a jog. If you're into that, whoever's watching or on the replay, you can join in with me. So I just, I don't know if you can see me. Hold on a second. I'll hide this. Bring it down. I was wearing red today. I wore this greenish necklace to kind of get that spirit in. So I'd love for you to just kind of, open up your thighs, really just open it and feel that stretch. And if that is feeling too much for you, just feel into that stretch. Allow yourself to just slowly squat. And just open the stretch. As a dancer, we were always opening right here. It's like a plie in ballet. You just do the plie. It's a very similar stretch. I just wanted you to stretch a bit today. Really just bring those knees up. Feel your thighs, or put your hands on your thighs. Really just connect to your body. So important to really just feel and connect. Sometimes we don't visualize, but we like to feel. So allow yourself to feel. Just connect to the feeling of your thighs. We can even just start to do a quick jog. Just in place. Really, really important to connect. It keeps us warm. You can even do it to bring your knees higher up. Just get your heart rate moving a bit. For as long as you like. Just really bring it up. Those of you who like yoga, just really move it out. Move out your legs. It's good to stretch. However you want to really connect to your thighs. Your thighs are really important for your body in order for you to stand upright, in order for you to run, in order for you to walk. We couldn't do it without our thighs. Really amazing, amazing parts of our body, and the more that we can connect to that, the more it really we just really cherish every bit and every cell of our body. So we'll do some breathing. So I'd like you to take a breath at your pace. Any breath that you like. We'll take 3 deep breaths. If you did some stretching with me, I hope you're participating in any way that you want to. If you didn't feel like those exercises were working for you, that's fine. Tomorrow I'll do some music. I was going to sing a bit today too. So let's take 3 deep breaths. And perhaps we'll sing at the end. So the affirmations today are: I love my sexy thighs. Thank you for the strength in my thighs. I love my ability to run. We'll say that again. I love my sexy thighs. Thank you for the strength in my thighs. I love my ability to run. I'll say one more time. I love my sexy thighs. Thank you for the strength in my thighs. I love my ability to run. Running is sometimes considered flight, like we're running from a situation, but running can also be going to safety. Today, I wanted to just share something about my dog. I went out into the woods with my dog today, and in the morning, there are a lot of dog walkers. It's a normal thing, especially because it's Friday here in Israel, and on Fridays are like a Saturday. People aren't going to work, so people get up a little bit later. And I was thinking, okay, I'm going to walk a little bit further today with my dog. There wasn't anyone around. So I was walking a little bit further. And then suddenly, this dog comes like marching out of nowhere, it seemed, but from the other side, and started running after my dog. And I was just like, oh no, my dog was like running really fast. She's very scared. She gets very scared very quickly. So she just sprinted, and this other dog was after her. I didn't have her on a leash. And so I didn't even know what to do. Then the owner came, was a kid, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, it's okay. But he called his dog back. He was also a girl. Both my dog and his dog was a girl. And his dog came to him. And then I told my dog to stay. So I met her and we walked out. And so she definitely, I don't know about your dogs, if you have dogs, but every dog has a different personality. And she definitely needs some space to understand and see if it's safe. She was I adopted her. So she was in a home. And so when I got her, Merry Christmas to you, Ron. And so when I adopted her, I noticed that she was really, really scared. And she's better around dogs, but either she gets aggressive or she gets scared or she just checks it out, But this one, it was definitely I was afraid the other dog was going to attack her. I really was kind of a little bit nervous, but everything worked out fine, thank God. And she was okay. And she has that ability to run. So I was thinking about it today. Like we are, using our thighs. We have the ability to run to safety if we feel danger. Like she could have just stood and maybe that other dog would have been okay. It was just going to stand and smell. But because of the speed of the other dog coming, obviously she wanted to run too because she didn't know what was going on. So the first instinct is to run. And so that's really connecting to our instincts. And that would be my instinct too. If somebody's running after me, I don't know if I'd just be like, okay, like what's going on? I might, depending on what the energy I was feeling at that moment. But I know that running is not necessarily a negative thing. I think a lot of people think running is negative. And when we're running from situations, yes, that's not good. But what is going on? Do we not feel safe? This is what I want to talk about today. If we're not feeling safe, is it just a perceived unsafety, which is usually the case, or is there actual danger? And that's always for all of us to decide in every specific situation. So if you're feeling unsafe, going to safety is what you need to do. And sometimes going to safety, analyzing the situation, and then deciding to take action, that is, something that is very natural. Though if we're just always running from situations and not facing them, then that is obviously a problem. So, the more that you can confront your fears, understand what they are, and then to actually decide what to do about them, or just take the step of calling or whatever it is, whatever the situation is, that is always important, especially with my finances, in relationships, that was always important for me to say what I felt, talk to people. If I was in a debt situation, talk to the people that I owe money to, tell them my situation and understand what is the next step, because sometimes we make up stories, especially in relationships too. We make up stories. Oh, this person feels that way, and that's not always true. Until you're actually facing the situation, you don't always know the answers. So I'm encouraging you, especially at this time where we might be triggered with family and going into the new year, we have all these new light codes coming in from the solstice, and it's really asking us to take a step back, feel into ourselves, and feel into what is the truth. What is our truth? We may not know another person's truth, but what is our truth? And I really like you to think about that. What is your truth? Because our legs are so strong, and we can do really anything. Many of us who are able to run, there are people who might not be. And so thanking ourselves that we have that ability, we have the ability to walk, we have the ability to run. Oh, it's really a blessing. So the more that you really just feel into the beauty and the strength of your own body, it is really a miracle that we are in this body and we are able to move. And the more that you give yourself credit and that you take care of yourself, and exercise and do eat good things, you're going to feel better, and you're going to really connect to your own truth. If you're not sure what that truth is, or if you don't know what that wisdom is, that's okay. But to just be with it if you're looking for it. I'm not sure everyone is, but I know I always wanted to. What is it what am I here for? What is my mission? What is my truth? What am I here to share? It took me a long time to sift through that. So if you're needing any assistance with that, I would just recommend sitting alone, writing your thoughts down, feeling into, sitting in nature really, really helps me because it's just so beautiful. And then I just sit with it, and then things come into my existence, as long as I don't let the stories overwhelm me. So I hope that resonates with some of you. And thank you so much for joining. For those of you who just came in, thank you, Ron, for saying Merry Christmas from the Lakota Nation. Merry Christmas to you too, Ron. Thank you so much. So these were the affirmations, if you didn't see them. And we're going to take a few minutes now to 2 minutes to do a meditation, and then we will sing some songs. So if you'd like to close your eyes, we'll do a short 2-minute meditation. I'd like you to think, really connect to your truth, whatever it is, and to really just feel into the strength of your thighs. Your thighs are so important for your body. Remember, it's a femur bone, the largest bone in the body, very muscular, and it enables you to stand upright, to run, to walk, to do all of those amazing things. So we'll take 2 minutes right now. So I'd like you guys to take a breath. We're coming back into the room, and feel into just the freshness of the air. And I'd love for you to share what your reflection was, or what was coming through. I was just feeling the strength within, really just focusing on the strength within. It's unbelievable. This is what the strength is within. Strength within. I'll just write that down. And I was also thinking of sharing. I love this quote. Jesus says, "The kingdom of heaven is within," and I totally agree. I'm just writing this. Hold on a second. I wanted to just share one thing quickly before I get into some of the Christmas carols. Is that I'm like I believe it's a omnism or omniist. I don't believe in any religion per se. I believe in love. And I feel that all religions really, that's the highest, ideal that they all are talking about. I grew up as a Hindu, and I lived in the United States, which is primarily Christian. I married an Israeli, and then I converted to Judaism. So I'm obviously exposed to very many things. I had a lot of Muslim friends as well. So I'm really just I never separated anyone in terms of their religion. They felt the reason why I talk about them is because we discussed religion, but it never separated me from anyone. If anything, I was just really open to learning more about it, because it was actually the connections that I was looking for. How do we connect? How do we how are we similar? And as I grew older and as I, became more spiritually active, I realized, there isn't, religion is separating. If I focus on religion, it separates. So why not come into the all-encompassing unity consciousness, our love consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, Christ consciousness, Hare Krishna consciousness, whatever consciousness there is. To me, it's just about expanding your consciousness into more love for yourself, which is why this series is about self-love. When I felt more love for myself, I was able to see more love in everything around me. That doesn't mean I still get annoyed. I still have all of those feelings that all of us have, but I'm looking to see how I can grow. I'm always looking to see how I can grow in my relationships with my children, with everybody, with my job, with my clients. How can I grow? How can I be more expansive? How can I open my heart wider? And that's what this is all about. Loving our bodies, loving our thighs, connecting to our bodies, is realizing that we have so much within ourselves. I also wanted to share, some of you might have an illness or have gone through an illness. I definitely went through something with my thigh, a very serious thing. And I wasn't sure if I was going to walk. I really worked hard. I had a blood clot, and I had to take some medicine, and I had to do a regimen to take care of it. And I was really determined that I wouldn't be taking that medicine anymore. So I followed what the doctor said. I went to the doctor. I took it. I decided, I was working at a hospital, so I did everything they told me. And after a year, I didn't need it anymore. But it was a serious thing for me. Because it was. If any of you ever had a blood clot, it's really hard to move. It was hard to move my leg. It was very heavy, and I noticed that the blood wasn't flowing. It's very important. The blood is flowing all the time. That makes us, light and able to run and able to walk and do the things that we normally do. So I'm sure any of you who've had anything that's happened to you, you realize, oh my goodness, you can't. You broke your arm, or your shoulder is you had a shoulder injury, or whatever injury you might have had. I won't go into it, but I think the thing is that we realize how much we need that part of the body. And then we focus on healing it. And sometimes going to the doctor, taking up that time to really kind of focus on, okay, this needs healing, and taking the time to rest, all of those things, you're actually channeling your energy towards that part of the body. And that assists in the healing, especially in a cast. You can't move it. So you're forced to now not use it. And so therefore you're going to do other things, but you're also very cognizant that this is happening to you. So your body's telling you something that perhaps you weren't paying attention, or you weren't taking care in the way that you should have. And that was definitely I was doing things that I was just playing around, and I shouldn't be. I really needed to focus on what I'm doing, what I'm putting into my body. So this is a really important part of growth and consciousness and awareness, to be present, to be conscious of what you're doing, and to decide if it's good for you or not good for you. No one's going to tell you that. Like we talked about earlier, if you've been listening to the other videos, you should go back to the root chakra and the sacral chakra, because your power is yours. You choose to have the power or not. On a continual basis, on a minute by minute basis, you can decide to give away that power, or you can decide to claim it and own it. So whenever you own it, you get to make that decision. No matter how many opinions you might have, the decision is always yours to make. So I just wanted to stress that in case any of you are in that situation, and the boundary to say, no, I don't want this procedure, or yes, I do want this. It's always your choice. So no, if you're feeling forced, that is something that is also internal. It's not just about other people telling you. It's also internal. You're allowing yourself. So the more that you just decide, okay, this is my decision, this is what I want to do, then you claim that power, you create that boundary, and you decide what's important to you. So I hope that resonated for those of you that needed to hear that message. We'll sing it. I was actually, I won't read the poem, but I wanted to sing the Feliz Navidad. I don't know if you guys know it. I know a few words, so I'll sing what I know. And if you'd like to sing along with me, sing, and we'll do maybe Jingle Bells. Those are the ones that I know really easily. So it goes like, Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. And I don't know the next line. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. And those of you who, I used to hear that all the time in New York whenever there's Christmas. So if you guys like that song, definitely sing it. I used to love Jingle Bell. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! I really need the music, to be honest with you. I'm missing the music. I don't know about you. So I will find some music for tomorrow because it really adds to the whole thing and makes it so much more fun. So I'm going to look for some music tomorrow, and I'll add it in. I was looking for some today, and I don't know, at the last minute, it just didn't come together. So I actually will read this really short poem. It's about resistance. It says, release resistance, and I'll post it in the comments if you'd like to read it. So I'll just read what I wrote. And this was written in June of 2019. Courageously let go of the familiar. Violently leave the trap boating of your mind. Devotedly declutter the thoughts that keep you small. Fervently shake off the binds that cage your body. Wildly move through the energy that buries you alive. Gently feel the discomfort as you don the skin that was meant for you. Indignantly unmask all the clothes that smothered you in pain. Faithfully clean and cleanse the spirit that withstood the deep abyss that conditioned you. Lovingly pray from your diaphragm. Peacefully breathe deeply through your lungs. Honestly open your vocal cords and scream. Dominantly command your heart to lead you forth. Lovingly follow your instincts to stand alone at the mountaintop. Consciously survey the heights you have climbed. Intuitively claim the abundance of your birthright. Ardently commit to your divine power to magnetize you to your inner light. And that just flowed really well with what I was talking about before. So just really step into your light. This is the time of divinity, right? This is Christmas time. This is when Christ was born. This is just an amazing, amazing time. And I'm just wishing you a beautiful, beautiful Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas. Have a beautiful, beautiful day wherever you are. And thank you for tuning in. I really, really appreciated that. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We're going to be doing the calves, the bottom part of the leg, and then we're going to go back up after we only have 6 more days left. It'll go until the 31st. So I encourage you to keep watching. If you have definitely connected with me, feel free to go to my website to find out more about me, read more of my poetry and more of my interviews, gilanahemi.com. And if you'd like to book a session, feel free, 15-minute chat. And it's usually in video, or we can do WhatsApp as well. So schedule that right on my website. And I am having a special gift. If you're interested to work with me on my 1 month popular course, it is 4 sessions where we connect together, normally $888 and now $555, right on my website as well. And if you'd like to do a group course, which is $185 a month, that's also available. So everything's right on my website, really easy to read. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm super, super excited you turned in today. And any of you listening on the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful Christmas, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste, Shanti, Shalom. Bye-bye.